Really good performance from Crystal Palace, and as both managers said after the game, that wasn't, those controversial moments weren't what decided the scoreline. Palace beat Manchester United fair and square by 3-1. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said, Patrice, about United's performance that they were short. What did you think?
Yeah, but that's why I say before the game, Crystal Palace has an advantage, and actually they played 3 games, but it's not an excuse for a big club as Man United. The player, they should have training in holiday and stuff, so that things won't work for the fan, especially with what's happening with the transfer window, all this negativity around the club. The United fans are really down to the end, really worried about what's coming next. But what Ole say is, I'm absolutely agree with him, because in the pre-season, you work so hard, and your first game, you never know. You don't even know who is your starting 11, because you can get many injury. We don't know the reason why Van Beek didn't start the game. I remember when I joined United, I training three days with United, and I played the derby against Manchester City, but it was a disaster. But actually, Ferguson don't get the blame to didn't start me. So that's why I feel like sometimes Ole is protecting too much his player, because he was like, Van Dijk just arrived, so I know everyone is excited, play him. And if he play bad, so at least people are going to criticize Van Dijk and know Ole, because now he opened all the criticize, they're going to say why he didn't start him. So sometimes you shouldn't protect your player.
And when Van de Beek did come on, he got Manchester United.
And that's why people, the United fan, we get more frustrated, and they're going to get more saying negative things about United, about Ole, and that's it frustrates me a lot.
What did you make of Manchester United in the context of the optimism that was around them at the end of last season? As Patrice said, that sort of swung towards pessimism and negativity throughout the course of the transfer window. Van de Beek's arrival accepted into this performance and this result against Crystal Palace.
What we have to be careful of with all the teams, passing judgment so soon on them. Some players need half a dozen games to get up to speed after the season starts. Some need 3, some 4. But you'd have to say, the difference in West Ham from last Saturday to tonight, it's a different team completely. Man United looked a shadow of a team tonight. McCarthy in midfield and Townsend for Palace. They just outworked Man United's midfield. The front 3 for Man United, I think are a real threat. We never saw them tonight. Saw nothing from them tonight. And that'll be a worry for Ollie. But I think if I was in Ollie's shoes right now, I'd be saying, well, it's our first game. And, it's upwards and onwards. But they just... Who played well for United tonight? It's hard to pick one person who played well for United tonight. And you think... See, what the danger is with pre-season is, and it's all been taken over by the sports scientists, you work them too hard, and that's what you get in your first game. And if they're 10% down on their energy levels, then you get a performance like that. West Ham got it last week. Was that part of their miserable performance last week? For United, they've got to park that, because that was so far away from what we saw last season from United, where they were exciting on the front foot. You're thinking this front three are going to cause havoc next season.
They look heavy. They look heavy.
So I think it's early season.
It's early season. That's why you can't be too harsh with them. But it's just we're getting to put the team under pressure again, and the fan, they won't be happy after tonight. They won't understand. Some fitness coach, for example, when they prepare their team to be sharp from the beginning of the season. Some of them, their team, they're going to get more sharp after 5 or 10 games. But United right now, they don't have time.
They looked at a team that was coming to the end of the season, not the first game of the season.
Graeme, a word on Crystal Palace as well. We always talk about Wilfried Zaha, and he did get 2 goals for them in the win against Manchester United. But you've also talked about the strength and the hard work in their midfield. How impressed were you with that performance from them?
For me, the best player was Townsend. He got a goal, but he worked his socks off. He's 29 years old. What a shift he put in, and the 2 McCarthy and MacArthur in midfield. They bossed it in there. They were aggressive, they were putting challenges in. They hustled Man United's midfield, didn't allow them to get established, didn't allow them to get a foothold in the game, really, from start to finish. And they just outworked Man United, and I come back to it. We talk about fine margins at this level in football. And if United are 5% behind where Palace are, because of whatever training they've done, in some cases maybe overtrained, undertrained, whatever it is, they'll look short tonight against a really motivated, highly organised, and I made the mistake of saying, they'll be playing survival football, That wasn't survival football by Palace tonight. They were on the front foot from the first minute. They were fabulous.
They play against Man United. Maybe
Don't,
against
you can
other
say
teams.
that. I can't say that.
Yeah, I know you can't say that, but maybe against other teams they will play that survival football, you say. And like Graeme, I absolutely agree. And even Ole, we don't even want to talk about the penalty accident or the VR. Crystal Palace deserved the win like easy. They were like dominant. They destroyed Man United, and they deserve the 3 points. So well done to Crystal Palace. And yeah, the future doesn't look bright for United.